Alright guys, in this video I would like to share a little bit more with you about an Ayurvedic cleanse. What's the intention behind it, what does it entail, what it is, what it isn't. And so basically what I'm offering is a seasonal cleanse, and that will be reoccurring every spring and every autumn. The reason for cleansing in Ayurveda is, first up, it is a detox, but it's not fasting, it's not depriving yourself, it's not going without food for endless days or really restricting yourself. It's really about creating the most ease possible on your digestive system in order for your whole body to reset and recalibrate on a cellular level. So a few things. Firstly, while Ayurveda totally considers anatomy as we know it, Ayurveda also considers our body made up of the 7 dhatus, or the 7 tissues, and they're progressive. And it starts with Anavahasrotas, which is our food carrying channel, which is everything from the mouth where the food goes in to the anus where it comes up. And so it entails all those organs, it entails all the hormones, all the enzymes that are being used in this Anavahasrotas. The last one of those 7 tissues is our reproductive system. And we could go so much more into that, but the important thing is that, yes, they are progressive, also in that sense that one dhatu, one tissue, is always built upon the basis of that first or lower tissue, which means that at the end of the chain, our reproductive tissue is firstly the biggest indication in our body for if we are in balance or out of balance, but also can only thrive as much as our digestive system does. So our digestive system, this Anavahasrotas, really is the basis of everything else in our body. And we can only literally be as healthy and as balanced and as toxin free as our gut is, because that's where we're taking the nutrients in that we need to be transformed into all those different tissues and nourish all those different tissues that make up the rest of our body, that make up the rest of our functioning, including our nervous system and including our mind and brain. So this is why an Ayurvedic cleanse entailing mainly diet, but not only, also lifestyle alterations, can be so powerful. It's literally like everything in Ayurveda, what I always say, it is so simple yet profound. But don't mistake its simplicity for doing it half-heartedly. And this is why I have created this 5-week guided journey. No, we're not going to cleanse for an entire 5 weeks, but you're going to have a support from myself, and within this group scenario we're doing it for the entire 5 weeks. Because another thing in Ayurveda is we're not just looking at doing, that's what our whole society does, and that's what's really breaking our back, but we also just as seriously consider the preparation before the doing and the recovery before the next preparation and doing recovery. So it's in anything we do, not just a cleanse, but in anything. We all would have gathered by now that, when stress has become this leading root cause of all sorts of disease, that pauses and integration time and taking it slow is important. And that is the recovery phase as well as the preparation phase. And so this is what I'm here for, to support you with as well. So to experience a very not only sustainable, but very beneficial cleanse, and not to dive headfirst into it without a body that's ready for it and you're still being full of toxins, or you undoing all the hard work you've done through your cleanse, hard work as in, being a bit more regulated, by not easing out of it properly. Another thing with Ayurveda, why we're doing this in spring and autumn, is because spring and autumn are transitory seasons, right? Kind of in between summer and winter. We see that if even in the Nunga seasons, as they are, our current season, and I'm not going to say the name because I would totally butcher it, but read it out. No, the Nunga people have 6 seasons. And so currently we're in I think it's September, October. Anyhow, this current season, which is, how we know it in the West as spring, it's comprised of those really warm, sunny days, as well as with those really freezing cold, icy dew kind of days, and storm and sun, and chop and change, and hot and cold. So it is this transition between winter and summer, right? And autumn is exactly the same, just in its own manner. Ayurveda is based on not the idea, but the now finally proven science of that we are part of nature, and therefore we also run on what's called circadian rhythms, or our biorhythms, or our natural body clock, whatever you want to call it. But we're all running on nature's timeline, and within nature's rhythm, within the rhythm of everything else, which means that when we go against that rhythm and against the grain, we give ourselves a hard time. And we know that all disease, be that physically, mentally, emotionally, it's all related, and it all has a spiritual root cause, and it all also starts before we are clinically able to assess it. And it all starts with what's called ama, or toxins in our body, that build up even if you're a really healthy person who only lives off kale and turmeric. But if you're not quite living with the seasons, and even if you do, there's stress coming in, toxic relationships, and just chop and change that life throws at you that does maybe on the first view not necessarily have anything to do with health, but it will impact your health. Okay, so no matter how much of a health warrior and vegan you are, toxins can accumulate in our bodies in a bunch of different ways, even through the air that we breathe and the water that we drink. So doing an occasional cleanse, and ideally twice a year in those transitory seasons, allows our body to fully clear its slate and smoothly transition into the new season. And saying that, you find that autumn and spring especially are seasons in which we experience, head colds, on autumn rough throats and nasal things, seasonal allergies. And I used to suffer from that really, really bad. And since having started the cleanses, it has totally eased it. I don't want to make a promise of that it will cancel all your symptoms, but it has the potential to do so, because it helps us to just wipe out any excess toxins, any excess armor that is in our body that leads to dysfunction, that then leads to things like seasonal allergies. And right now really is the time to do it. So this is as much for why we're doing it. I mentioned it will be a 5-week guided journey. Now the cleanse itself, I already mentioned, it will be a 1-week cleanse, okay? And I already mentioned it will not be depriving. It will not be you sitting there without food, because let me tell you, fasting is not for everyone at every time. There are people that need to have food to function at regular times, while there are people that can try intermittent fasting and things, and that's fine for them. But it's a really individual thing. And if you want to talk more about that and your unique needs in particular, we can do that in a one-on-one session. However, Ayurvedic cleanses are really... what's the word? Riskless. Different word for that. Very, very harmless. There's really no side effects to it, and very, very gentle and subtle. Simple yet profound. Essentially, we're going to go onto a mono diet of either khichdi, or if that's not agreeing with you because you haven't grown up with legumes, we find something like a vegetable chicken soup, and we're going to get more into that. And so essentially we're going to try to stick as much to a mono diet for this 1 week as possible. Again, I talked about preparation, that's the doing part. There's 1 week, and recovery. And this is why our journey goes for 5 weeks. When I say it goes for 5 weeks, it means that we're going to have 5 live calls once a week. At the start of the week / the end. It will be a Sunday this time around. It might change in the future. Should you not be able to attend live, the recordings will go up for a limited time for you to catch up on. It is important that you do catch up on those sessions. We're going to go through educational stuff on, the right diet and lifestyle and self-care for the season just passed, as well as for the transitioning season. Then we're moving into how to support ourselves with ease into the cleanse, because we're not going to go hard on all the things and all the sugars and then just overnight cut it all out and, flick 180 degrees. We're going to prepare for it in a sustainable way so that the week itself of mono diet will be doable for you. And then we move into the recovery phase, which is about the week after. It may take longer. Again, that is a bit dependent on this individual need and the requirements. And in this recovery phase, we will slowly, whereas in the preparation phase, we slowly started to eliminate food. In the recovery phase, we're going to start to slowly build up on foods again, and in a very sustainable way, get ourselves ready to integrate back into normal life. was going to stop it there, but I'm just going to keep going. So yes, one call each week. You're going to then, at the end of it, in the recovery phase, you're going to get prepared for the season ahead, which is summer, because we, like I said, don't want to undo all the hard work we have done, but we want to make sure that we do stay balanced on this subtle level before further things can occur. And we're going to look into how you can support yourself sustainably and independently through the right lifestyle and diet to make sure you stay balanced and cool throughout summer. And that's about everything I feel I need to share in this video. If you do have any questions, do let me know. Just comment on the video below or send me a direct message on Instagram, or just email me under lena.elevatemindbody@gmail.com. You'll find all the links below as well. I would love you to come and join me on this cleanse journey. It has incredible just incredible effects. For more on that, you can check out my Instagram highlight under Ayurveda Cleanse. And yeah, if anything comes up, do let me know. One more thing is that yes, we're working a lot with diet, but it is like I already mentioned, cellular and very wholesome integrative cleanse. And you might find actually that for some people it will be the physical benefits, like soothing their seasonal allergies and digestion and skin irritations and things like that. Like I said, the digestive system is the basis of everything else. So cleansing on your foundations does have the potential to clear up and soothe and bring everything else that builds on top of that back into equilibrium. Just like with everything else in life, it's our foundations that make us strong and will us help to progress to the advanced with ease, right? It's the exact same according to natural Ayurvedic health. And while some people might find that the physical benefits are incredible for them, you might find that other people, I had that on my last cleanse myself, actually the mental clarity that comes with it and the emotional, kind of a turmoil leading to light, just the clarity that's coming and the purification process that's coming with it on this mental and emotional level can be profound and incredible. So it's really not just about physical symptoms. It does get you here, it gets you here and down there in your gut. So if you're interested, I hands down believe, I know and that not everything is for everyone, but I do hands down believe that every single person is able to do an Ayurvedic cleanse and would benefit from an Ayurvedic cleanse greatly. So if you do have any questions and you are keen on wiping that slate clean and just giving your body this ultimate beautiful, natural, sustainable, no yo-yo effect reset, then reach out and join me. Also check out the link in my Instagram bio, or if you're watching this on YouTube, then the link below where you can find more information on the cleanse as well as sign up. All right, beautiful people, thank you so much for being on here, and I hope I see you soon. Happy cleansing, happy spring.